Hey guys, I'm Ash.
And I'm Pete.
We're two friends with a combo of 7 kids ranging from toddlers to 20s and 2 crazy husbands.
Our paths were not easy. With childhood battle wounds, divorce, second marriages and all, we somehow found each other. And together we talk real life, laugh, cry, and figure out how to survive the day.
Music is by Decibel Champion. To hear Decibel Champion's newest hits, search Decibel Champion on Spotify. Hey guys, it's Ash without P. P is handling some personal matters, so we have brought in a guest host, and she may be someone who is familiar to you if you are a regular listener. We have Molly back.
Hey, everybody.
So excited. We just kind of threw it on her, so she's super happy to be here, right?
I'm really nervous.
I don't know why you get nervous.
I get nervous.
No, I do. When we first started, I was very nervous. Like, I don't know if you remember, but P was like, are you going to talk?
Like, come on.
Yeah.
You have to participate.
She's like, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, oh, I don't know. I'm just so nervous. So I do get it.
It's okay once you get going. And
Yeah.
if you forget that, you know,
that you're
100 people are listening to you.
Yeah,
Our
that you're
listenership.
recording.
Yeah.
I love you and listeners.
I feel really bad that P's not here. And I think we should do like 5 push-ups for her.
Really? You want to do 5 push-ups for her? Can just you do 5 push-ups?
We'll do 2 crunches. Okay, 2 squats. Ready? Go.
Oh, okay.
And if you're listening, you have to do it too.
Oh, yeah. So if you're
ready?
like driving or something, then you're going to have to do it later.
Just flex your ab muscles. Ready?
Okay.
1, 2, 3. 1 and 2. There you go, P. We're thinking of you.
That is the first time I've ever done any type of physical activity during the podcast.
There. And listeners have to do it too, because I'm always just sitting listening to you guys.
But some people do it while they're like I listen to podcasts a lot when sorry, I just got a really weird message on my watch. I listen a lot while I drive, or like I listen at work. I would not want to just stop and do 2 crunches.
Everybody has to. It's for Priscilla.
Okay, it is for Priscilla. She would really appreciate the support, so just do it for her.
Yeah.
So we had you a while back.
Yeah, and I actually have an update. I meant to tell you this earlier. Last time that I was on the podcast, we talked about how much I love my kids.
Right.
It's been a couple weeks and things have changed.
Okay, I cannot wait to hear. I was not aware of this.
No, this actually happened last night.
Okay.
Like, I can't believe this happened. I feel really sad. Like, I couldn't sleep last night because I was putting James to bed and I gave him a kiss. And
his breath smelled?
No, his breath always smells good to me. I don't know why.
I know, that's so weird to you.
So
I feel like I need to smell their breath to see.
Maybe your boys are older. It's not so sweet right now.
But no, when they were, I guess they didn't really have like kicking breath or anything when they were young. But it wasn't ever anything that I thought like, oh, your breath smells good.
You know what I think of? Do you know that Aerosmith song where he talks about, and it was like it came out when Armageddon came out. Yeah. Do you remember that? And everybody thought it was like a weird sexual song, but it was about his daughter. That's how I feel about my kids. It's almost borderline.
I don't know that I knew it was about the daughter.
It's a love song, but it's like to his daughter. And I'm
gonna need to re-listen to it because now I'm feeling inappropriate.
Yeah, it does make you feel inappropriate.
And I think part of it is because of the part of the movie where it plays. They really shouldn't have done that.
No, and I remember that. My mom was like, this is really weird, but it was about his daughter. Okay. And now that I have my own kids, I'm like, I totally get it, Steven. I totally get it. I feel the same way.
You and Steven are BFFs,
yeah,
first name basis.
But okay, so then last night I'm all up in there, like face to face with James, smelling his breath, giving him a kiss, and I'm like, "Good night, I love you so much." And he goes, "Hey, Mom, do you think at school you could stop giving me kisses in front of everybody?" And I was really hurt. Like,
oh, I could imagine.
This is the first time he's 4. This is the first time that he's
like
spoken up for him. Yeah, I know. And so then I got like almost embarrassed, like for me personally, like, oh my gosh, am I like that overbearing kissing mom at preschool? He's only in preschool. It's not even like there's older kids. He's the oldest at his school.
Yeah.
And he wants me to back off at preschool.
That is so...
Is that weird? I felt really embarrassed, and like I had to go down. Like I couldn't even look at him. I was like, "Okay, James." I like was pissed off at him. I'm like, "Okay."
So a couple of things. I think as a parent, that would be hurtful.
Mm-hmm.
It's just like, oh my gosh, like you see different things of like, oh, moms having to like let their kids go. Like different movies or what have you, where they don't like give the kid a kiss before or a hug before they leave, whatever. Like you see that and they're always hurt and that kind of thing. But for you, I feel like you take things personally.
Mm-hmm.
So I could imagine it would be even worse for you because not only are you hurt, now you are an overthinker.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure you have, I don't know if it's anxiety related or something, but you overthink and it's like in your head and that's like your focus.
I was obsessed with it last night.
Yeah.
It bothered me so much.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I want to kiss him all the time, And
Yeah.
now he's only 4 and I already have to stop doing that.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's so sad.
Right.
And then, but okay, now here's another thing. It was good. It was good because, and I don't know if everybody knows that or remembers or not, but I have a stepdaughter.
Yes.
And things like that would come from Kenzie and it would hurt really bad.
Right.
But I always figured like, well, that's just the stepmom relationship. Like she wants me to just back off or she wants me to stop doing things the way I do them because she prefers them maybe the way her mom and dad do them. But now to have my own little baby tell me like, I don't want you to kiss me.
So now you kind of realize that things that went on maybe between you and Kinsey, like if Kinsey said like, oh, I don't like this or I don't want you to do that anymore or whatever, it's not necessarily that it's because it's you.
Yes.
It's because kids do that.
Yes.
Yeah.
It normalized like everything that Kenzie had ever
you
said
realize
before
it's not against you now.
That you're right. I took so personally.
Yeah.
Like, oh, it's because I'm her stepmom and I'm just never gonna.
Which I mean, parenting someone else's biological child is difficult. It is hard. It is challenging. I think it's something that challenges a marriage.
Mm-hmm.
There are times in a marriage where you're like, I don't know. Can I do it? Do I just need to walk away? Like, what the F is going on?
Right.
So it's hard. And so with them being so far in age, like Kinsey's she's 14 and a half, so you've had all these years and these experiences and these things thinking that, oh, it's just because you're not her biological mom. And it's taken all those years because the kids are so much younger, and now you realize, oh,
these little ones can break your heart too.
Oh, they will.
I know that. I'm like stunned. And then today I had to pick him up from school and it was so awkward. I was like pissed at him. I didn't even freaking.
I'm not going to talk to you.
And he could tell. Like it was so cold when I picked him up.
And Jackson comes down and gives me a kiss.
Jackson.
Stop! He's the worst. Hey, it's real. That but you aren't allowed to talk anymore because we don't let Gigi and Danny talk when P and I are recording. So zip it, kid. Horrible.
You guys are
Yeah, we're recording. Okay, so zip.
But he would just kiss you.
He did, and then he like burned me. Is that a term people use these days? Like, oh, you got burned. Is that?
Yeah.
No, my kid's looking at me like, that's not really what we do.
And he just kissed you right in front of me, and it was no big deal. James, so today I was like, okay, when I pick him up, he's gonna see. I'm gonna show him.
Mm-hmm. So he's gonna regret this.
No emotion. I was like,
hey guys, sorry. I accidentally hit stop while Molly was talking. So, obviously, right before this, she was saying how she was picking James up from school today and she wasn't going to give him a kiss and she was going to show him how it is.
Yeah, because he broke my heart last night.
Mm-hmm.
So, last night when I said goodnight to him, it was really awkward. Like, it left really awkward. And I went downstairs and I'm like, oh my gosh, Chris, I'm having like this come to Jesus moment. So anyways, picked him up today and I made it a point to control the urge because I miss him so much when I'm at work.
You're so cute.
And he's at school and I miss Kaylee too. I miss them all. So I can't wait to see him. Like, that's the highlight of my day, right?
Yeah.
I love going to his school and picking him up. And all the kids, are always excited when a parent enters the room,
Oh, yeah.
It's
James's
so fun
mom.
right
Hi,
now.
James's mom. Yeah.
So, and I just get so overwhelmed with excitement like every day that I want to just give him a big hug and a kiss, But I just held in my guns today. And it was so funny because it was like he reciprocated, like he knew that it was like he remembered last night.
Yeah.
And he could tell that I was being standoffish. I don't know how to explain it. You guys had to be there, but it was very cold between us today. And it was like, it almost felt like he was in trouble for something, but he wasn't. It was just that he told me how he felt about this certain thing. And so then anyways, he goes, Kaylee, and he gave Kaylee a big hug. And then he turned around really awkwardly and started talking to his friends. He didn't even hug me. Not just not a kiss. Like, he didn't know how to act because he was remembering that I wasn't going to kiss him. Yeah. And so it was really awkward. And he went and talked to his friends for a little bit. And I just kind of stood in the back of the classroom like, this little shit. I was really mad. I'm like, I can't believe that he didn't change his mind. I was thinking he would change his mind. Right. And want to come give me a kiss. But instead, what? Oh.
Sorry, my kid, it's very late and he should be asleep, but he's having some allergy situations and I think he wants his nose spray.
Oh,
I don't know.
Guy.
He has nose spray upstairs. He's fine.
He could do it.
Yeah.
So anyways, James gave me the cold shoulder back and I didn't get to teach him a lesson and I was really pissed.
So, but when you got in the car, then what?
I pick him up in like a general classroom where all the kids are together. And then we go into his classroom and I pick up like his lunch pail and his classwork and stuff. And it's just us in that classroom. And then he comes up to me and he gives me a big hug.
He did?
When nobody's looking.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh. And it was cute of him because I felt like
he knew
He knew I needed a hug.
Yeah.
And so he came and he just like wrapped his arms around my legs. And I'm like, can I kiss you now since nobody's looking? And he was like already puckered up. And I was like, oh, okay, all's forgiven. But I guess like, I don't know. It was a weird moment for me. That was like my first.
Yeah.
Kenzie's done it to me. You know what I mean? But that was always a little bit different. Yeah.
Yeah.
And now it was like the first time where my kid had to tell me like, hey mom, you're embarrassing me. And I'm like, here we go. Now it's going to start.
So that's so funny because I've never had that situation. Neither of the boys were ever like, don't hug me, don't kiss me. I went into their classes like every year for their birthday. Obviously once Hayden went to junior high, I didn't, but always went in and did that. And I don't know, maybe when they were older, I didn't necessarily give them a kiss or what have you, but it wasn't ever anything where we had a conversation. I do make a conscious effort to not call them by their nicknames because their nicknames could be embarrassing.
Okay, right.
So I do try not to do that. I have slipped once and I felt very bad. And not because I think that not because I think that they would necessarily be embarrassed, but I just don't want them
people to question because I know what they're.
Yeah. And so like if another kid heard that, they may make fun of him. Right. You know, so I do make it a conscious effort not to say that. I did say Hayden's once. But
did he
other
care?
than that, he didn't say anything, but like I was like, Hayden, you know, like right after. But it's just like, whoops.
So, okay, let me ask you this. And I know Jackson is a sweetheart and he just came and gave you a kiss right now on the lips. My 4-year-old doesn't even want to do that with me. When do we stop doing that? Okay. Does Hayden still do that with you? No way.
So still give me kisses? He does. Yeah,
like
he does.
I kiss my mom on the lips still. Is that weird?
No, I do too. I kind of think it's how you were raised, maybe. So I have never questioned it. Obviously, when I had kids, I did read things where it was like, don't kiss your baby on the lips, don't share drinks with them, and that kind of thing, because you want to keep, obviously, anything that, like maybe any germs or infection that is in your mouth, you want to keep it away from them. I've never followed that rule. That's not how I grew up, you know? Like my grandma, when I visit her, you know, we're supposed to wear a mask in the facility and she like pulls it down, you know, like give me a kiss kind of thing, like take that stupid thing off, you know?
Right.
I still kiss her on the lips. My boys kiss her on the lips, you know, like that's just normal for us. I do have a brother that he is not okay with that. I didn't know it until probably like 8 months ago.
Really?
Yeah.
And he has little ones?
He has little ones and I've watched them often, you know, and I didn't know. But he does not, they do not kiss on the lips and he does not want other people doing it. And
see, I think we're weird.
Do you think so? Yeah. It's possible. It could be.
In the time of COVID, like when now Kaylee, I drop her off and I kiss her. And our daycare lady is one, she will tell me what's real. Like she's very hardcore. I think I just told you this the other day, didn't I?
Yes.
She'll tell me when I'm looking fat. Like she'll tell me.
Oh my gosh, it's so wild to me.
And so she always says, like when I give Kaylee a kiss, I'll never forget. I gave her a kiss. And I was like, okay, Kaylee, have a great day. Give me a kiss. And she goes, oh, and there's how we get COVID.
Oh my God.
I'm the one that gave the daycare COVID because I kissed my daughter, my 2-year-old baby daughter.
Oh my
gosh. And like you said, maybe I'm an overthinker, but like this will keep me awake at night. Like, am I not supposed to be doing that?
See, and I don't know. So the weird thing is that, so now I know not to kiss like some of my nephews on the lips. Like don't give them a kiss on the lips. So I don't, like, of course,
you're going to respect mom and dad's wishes.
Yeah, absolutely.
But I do think that's weird that that's your brother and he was raised
the same way.
Right.
Yeah. And I don't know, maybe I need to ask my mom if they kiss on the lips. And I don't know, my brother and her.
Oh, to your mom. Your brother to your mom. Okay, yeah.
I probably need to, maybe is it a girl thing?
Maybe. Like I could see my brother not wanting to kiss. I don't think he kisses my mom on the lips. That seems almost, maybe it's a gender thing.
Maybe. I don't know.
And Chris is not a kisser. My husband, he will not kiss our kids on the, I can't even imagine.
I don't know that Jason does either. But so the thing is that like I'll kiss your kids on the lips. I'll kiss our other friends' kids on the lips. Um, and it's not weird to me. Like it's just like, oh, give a kiss, you know?
Yeah.
And like I feel like Priscilla's husband, I think Tony kisses the girls on the lips. I could be wrong. Because he puts the girls in bed most times,
and you would do a kiss goodnight.
Like he'll take them around to like, you know, like if we're there, like, oh, okay, like give mom a hug and a kiss, you know, like that kind of thing.
Yeah.
And then this stupid mouse, I don't want to mess it up. But I mean, when he takes the girls to bed, I don't know. I just assume. I don't know. Maybe not.
Or maybe we're just weird lip kissers. Maybe it's just you and I don't know.
But P kisses the girls on the lips.
Yeah, but those are her girls.
So you think it's weird because I kiss other people's kids on the lips?
That could be a little bit weird. But I like it.
I'm a weirdo.
No.
Well, I guess because, you know, like when they're little and you're like, oh, give Auntie Ashley a hug and a kiss.
Yeah, you give a kiss. I think it's normal.
I do it on the lips. And I'm sorry. I mean, I'm going to need some viewer input on this. I'm not viewer.
Listenership.
Yeah. Listener input. Because, gosh, if they could see me right now. Oh, my goodness. But, yeah, I'm going to need some input on that.
We might just
Am I weird?
This brings up another conversation topic that I like to talk about a lot. I see your face getting nervous.
Is it? But I think I know what you're talking about.
Okay, wait. Do you? Okay, I'm talking about being naked.
Yes. Oh, that's what I was going to say.
Yes.
Okay, so I think we have to take a quick break.
Okay.
And then we can come back and talk about that.
Okay, that's a good one.
Okay, we'll be right back. Hey guys, we're back. I feel weird saying that. P always brings us back, so it's a little awkward, but
you did a great job.
We're here. We're back. We are. So before we took our break, we had discussed all of the kissing. Maybe I'm a weirdo, maybe mouth kissing your children and mouth kissing other people's. Now I just sound like a sicko.
Now
like,
it sounds weird when you say it.
It sounds weird when I say it.
I think it's endearing. I think it's sweet.
I just feel like, I don't know. I just love your guys as kids. And I feel like, I don't know, we're like a family.
I know.
You know what I mean?
I know.
So it doesn't seem weird to me.
Right.
But other people listening are probably like, you are a freak. What is wrong with you? So also make sure you guys let us know
if we're weird and if we shouldn't be doing that.
Yeah. Please don't report me to any police departments. I will stop if you guys tell me I'm a freak.
Well, my 4-year-old will tell you that even his own mom can't do it. So
I know. I wonder if outside, because, you know, he plays with the older kids outside.
Yeah, maybe so.
What if I try to give him a kiss? I wonder what he would do.
Oh, you should do it. I wonder if he'd turn you down.
I wonder.
He wouldn't.
I don't know. He might feel too bad.
He'd be like, I can't even kiss my mom.
Yeah,
I can't kiss you.
Because I feel like he's a little lover, you know?
I feel like he is too until last night. I don't know. I don't know who he is nowadays.
Breaking hearts and stuff.
But yeah, that brings up the next topic or another topic that is always
appropriate or not.
This one has always boggled my mind because I am very naked.
Me too.
I don't know how people cannot be naked in their own house.
You know what though? I have to say, I think we are weird on that one.
Damn it, I know.
Because the only reason I say that is that my mom says, like, she'll say about me, like, yeah, Ashley's always been very, very free, very comfortable. Like, that's the way she is. And not ever like, oh, you're weird, but as if like, that's not the norm, you know? Like maybe I'm a little different.
Like if you're commenting on it, it's because it's not normal, right?
Yeah. Yeah. Don't you think?
Yeah.
Okay, so growing up though, were you naked around the house? At home?
So I don't think, okay, so I have a brother and we're all pretty close in age. It's my sister and I, and then my little brother. And I think we couldn't be naked. And well, okay,
Because
we
your
all
brother's
bathed
there.
together.
When you're younger.
And I mean, younger for us was probably like up until we were maybe like 6.
I think that's okay though.
Is it?
I think so.
See, like even right now, Chris is like, we need to stop. Kaylee and James are 2 and 4. And we're already at that point where we're like, should they still be bathing together?
Well, I don't know. I don't think I'm a good judge of character, like not character. I'm not a good judge
on that rule.
No, because I almost think it depends on the situation. You know, like, so a conversation that I had with a mom who she has 2 boys, and her boys were teenagers. And we were talking, you were there. I don't know if you recall.
Oh gosh.
But we were talking about being naked and, you know, like, am I being inappropriate because I have 2 boys, and what's appropriate, what's not appropriate? And she said, you're fine. You're fine. When it is not appropriate, when they are no longer comfortable, you'll know.
Okay, yes.
And that's when you need to stop. And until then, you're fine. Like, it is what it is. You know, it's not like they're coming in and seeing you naked and thinking these things. You know, it's almost as if it's like, it's just normal. You know, that's how you are. So I was like, okay, that made me feel more comfortable, because I was always worried, you know, are my boys too? I mean, now at this age, it's a little different. I'm talking about when my kids were younger.
Yes, now
you know,
yeah.
Now I have a teenager who, you know, is a teenager. So, and I mean, I think it just is different depending on the relationships and that type of thing. But I always wondered, like, oh my gosh, because, you know, when my sister had my nephew, I always thought, like, as he got older, like, oh my gosh, he's so old to be like showering with her. But then I did the same thing, you know? Yeah. And it's like, I thought that, but I think it depends.
Is Jason naked in front of the boys a lot?
Like, he'll be in his chonies. It's not that he doesn't want to be naked in front of them. You know, he's not as naked as I am, but he'll be in his chonies, but he wears shorts a lot around the house, where I would prefer myself to wear just some chonies and a shirt, you know?
Yeah. Or your new article of clothing.
Which, okay, I went
over to my house.
Yeah, I came to Molly's house wearing it. We live across the street. So I did walk across the street like this. And I don't know if you have ever seen, but it's called a Tata towel. And so
a Tata towel? Oh,
that's what it's called.
I thought it was what? Oh yeah, I guess you're right. Tata towel.
What did you think it was called?
Titty towel.
I mean, you know, titty towel, Tata towel, same thing, right? So it's essentially a towel that has elastic to fit under your boob, and then it goes around your neck, and then elastic under your other boob. So it's literally over the shoulder boulder holder.
Yes.
Like,
it looks exactly
really
like that.
Yeah. So I went over and I was like, hey. She was like, oh my gosh.
Well, the funny thing is that I was upstairs making my bed. My 3 kids were all downstairs. Okay. And they answered the door.
The best part is that Kinsey, the teenager, she answered the door and she was like, that's a little sus.
She said that?
She did. Yeah.
Oh my God.
And I was like, where's Mom? Like, yep, it is.
And then did you kiss them all on the lips while you were wearing that?
I didn't kiss them all on the lips. No, I just ran upstairs to find you to show you, because it's amazing.
It is really cool.
It is amazing. I've been trying to get one for a while, but my size sells out all the time.
Oh.
And I finally found it was a holiday one. I wasn't looking for a holiday one. I would have preferred a more neutral one, but it was the one that had my size.
And we do have a party coming up, an ugly sweater party.
That was probably the best part of it. This weekend we have an ugly sweater party, and Molly thought that was my ugly sweater.
I thought you were coming over to show me. It just arrived from Amazon, your favorite clothing store.
This I actually didn't get on Amazon. Maybe I need to look on Amazon. I got it directly from Tata Towels.
Really?
Yes, but yeah, no.
Was this on Shark Tank or what? Who came up with Tata Towels?
You know, I don't know if it was on Shark Tank. It shows on Instagram a lot.
Okay, and let me tell you, I get a lot of my advertising through Instagram lately. Yeah. Like, I don't watch TV anymore.
No.
And so I'm surprised I haven't seen that one.
I'm surprised also. I wonder what
you've got some algorithm.
I know. That's what I wonder what's different about yours than mine.
Yeah.
Like, who do I watch that is different?
Yeah, you're into something that I'm not getting. That's so funny because a lot of mine are like,
I'm into boobs.
You like boobs? I don't know. Mine are like, do you want a bottle opener? I think that's what mine are.
Of
I'm
course.
Like, oh my gosh, what's this new wine bottle opener?
Okay, but really quick, I know this is off the subject and this is going to be such an Ashley conversation because I'm all over the place. But what about when both you and Jason ordered something off of Instagram?
Oh, remember that?
I do, because I still have them.
You do?
Yes. Did you end up returning yours and getting money?
I don't remember. Did I?
You said you were going to.
I had to have, because if not, I would still be talking about it to this day. So I must have settled it.
So you got your money back?
I'm pretty sure I did.
I don't even know how much we spent on it, but they both ordered these pumpkins that were supposed to be like holograms, where they look like they talk and they would sing and say different things.
Yeah.
And they came as stupid, like little Dollar Tree pumpkins. Their mouths were not even completely on. They were not holograms.
Yeah. They were the size of the palm of your hand.
Yeah. So small.
And it was just a plastic pumpkin.
Seriously, I think you could get them from Dollar Tree.
No lights, no sound, no nothing. And lame. I think I paid $30-something for it.
We were so excited.
This is why I PayPal, because
that's how you get your money back.
Yeah, they will help you fight it. It's a big legal process. Like, they make you show proof and stuff, but I do use PayPal, and I think that's how I got that resolved.
I don't know what Jason used. I can tell you they're in my closet right now. If I went into the hall closet, I could get them for you.
That is hilarious.
I hate it.
We got duped. We definitely got duped. And that was an Instagram ad.
It was an Instagram ad.
We need to be careful with these Instagram ads.
Yes. So there are things where I do look them up to see what are the comments that are being said, because a lot of people comment. But Tata Towels,
are you happy?
I just trust it.
I'm happy review?
Very happy.
Good.
Yes, I do enjoy it. If you ever tuck your shirt under your tits, I would recommend it.
Mine aren't big enough to tuck, I don't think.
Really? You don't do this?
They're a little droopy these days. I can probably tuck.
I always do it. And I was talking to our girlfriend that's pregnant. She was like, I probably, if they get any bigger, I probably need some of those. I'm always putting, something between this belly and the boobs.
Oh, how cute.
I know. So
she needs a Tata towel.
She does. And I did consider getting her one for Christmas, but she's going to be nursing. And
they're just going to be out.
You can't just, it'll be
another thing. Back to the naked thing.
Yes.
I have nightmares. Okay. And the overthinking, the naked overthinking.
Yeah.
I am mortified at the fact that I always had my boobs out in front of your kids when I was nursing my little ones. That was so inappropriate. Who did I think I was?
Why is that inappropriate?
I had them out an unnecessary amount of time.
I don't think so. I don't think so.
I was very free with that. And I think
you're overthinking. You were always feeding your kid. It wasn't like you walked around topless.
I think I kind of did.
No, you didn't.
I hope I didn't.
That scares.
That's another one of those things that'll keep you awake at night. No, and how much was my boob out ratio of time to boob in?
No, your boob was only out when you were feeding a kid. I'm serious.
Even that is gross though. Like I could have gone into another room to do that.
Why?
I don't know.
Here's the thing. So when I was nursing, I would cover up if my brothers were there, I would cover up. My brother, the one that's like 16 months younger than me, very uncomfortable. He doesn't really even want to be in the room when I'm nursing if I'm covered up. It makes him very uncomfortable.
Yes. And that's my thing. I am proud to be a woman. I think it's so great that I can make milk. That was so cool.
Right.
That was such an awesome thing. Like that was one of my favorite things, right? But I wasn't very considerate of how I might be making other people feel.
You know,
what's the rule on that?
So I know that's a little tough because you don't want to be like, well, F you. But at the same time, the way I think about breastfeeding is that you are doing something natural. You're not doing something sexual. And so it's okay. Like if you're nursing your kid and my husband's in the room, I'm not uncomfortable. I don't think that, I can't believe she has her boob out and my husband's, I mean, like my husband knows you got to feed your kid, like he's not looking at you like, oh, look at the boob. You know what I mean? It's like, it's a different thing.
I just feel like I looked so selfish. Like I was like, this is my time with my baby, and I don't really care if you and I are in the middle of talking right now. Like, and
you know what?
Like, that's so gross.
But I don't think that. I think.
What if roles were reversed? What if the dads fed our babies with their peckers?
That's really gross. Okay, peckers are. We don't feed them with our vaginas. I mean, bleh.
But gross. Would you feel? What if the men had to like rip their shirt open or?
I think it's okay. Just like I think it's okay that like my husband's around you when you're breastfeeding your kid. And I don't think you need to cover up. And I think it's completely fine. But the thing is that I feel very passionate about normalizing breastfeeding. I loved breastfeeding, and I felt like people that breastfed without a cover in public, like, good for you.
Yeah.
Good for you. Like that, it made me happy to see that kind of thing because it shouldn't be something that is like, I need to go hide in a closet. And I know some people are not comfortable feeding in front of others and they go into a different room, and that's completely fine. Like that, I'm not saying like, oh no, like
you should be out and proud with it.
Yeah, if you're not comfortable with it, but I think it should be something that it's okay. Like if you were walking around with your tits just out, not feeding a kid, that's one thing. But to feed your kid, I don't know. I think breastfeeding is a beautiful thing. And I think that it should be acceptable. Like I've had, like you've breastfed in front of my kids and my husband, other friends. You're not the only friend that's done that.
Why didn't I have a Tata towel?
That you can't have a Tata towel to breastfeed. You would need some cover up, but I don't think that's necessary. And to be quite honest, I like that my boys know that it's acceptable.
That's what I was just thinking. So like baby Molly, when I had a baby, to me it was totally normal.
Right.
Now I have a 4-year-old son who doesn't even want to kiss me in public.
Right.
And if I think about him seeing a girl with her boobs out feeding her baby, now I'm kind of like, maybe that is kind of uncomfortable. But you know what? You're right. It shouldn't be. I should teach my son that that's normal.
Yeah. Yeah. Like I think one thing that I appreciate about Jason is that he's very comfortable with all things female.
That's cool.
Like he's not uncomfortable about periods. He's not uncomfortable, like none of that stuff makes him uncomfortable. And I appreciate that because then I don't feel awkward about that kind of stuff, and I tried to make it as normal. I mean, unfortunately, I'm a raging freaking lunatic. My boys know when I'm on my period or when I'm going to start. Uh-huh. They know because I'm just an a-hole, and they're aware of it, and they understand that sometimes I don't feel good. Like sometimes I'm in a lot of pain, and they're very helpful about it. And sometimes I make them grab me a tampon. Like I try to make it very normal.
I think
because like, okay, a guy that doesn't want to get his wife or girlfriend tampons is ridiculous. Like nobody thinks you're getting those tampons for yourself. Okay? Like it shouldn't be weird.
You should almost be proud.
Yeah.
To be getting tampons.
Like, yeah. And
you should be proud if they're super plus. Like,
dang. Yeah, that's me. No. but really, I do think that like if I see a guy that's getting it, I'm like, good. Like that's a good man, right? A man that's gonna do that is a good man. My dad was like, no, he would send my sister who had not even had her period in there to buy them for my mom and stuff. Like he would not.
See?
And I know, and I don't want my kids, I feel like, I don't know, why is it some type of scarlet letter? Like what's wrong with it? It is a part of life. Yeah. Like it is what happens, right? It should be normal. Not like, hey, like throwing my tampons out all over, like waving them, like if I need to, I put it in my pocket and I go to the restroom. I'm not like, hey, look what I'm in it. It's not like that, but it's also not something to be ashamed of. And I think that's what makes it hard for little girls when they start their period is it's like they're ashamed.
Yeah.
Like they don't want anyone to know. Oh my gosh. And they're hiding stuff and it's uncomfortable. And why? It happens to everyone.
Right.
Like what's the problem? And I don't know, maybe that's why I'm so comfortable about being naked too, because like, my girls, I'll be naked around them. Like we all have the same stuff. I don't care. And I've always been comfortable being naked around them. Obviously, Jason isn't naked around them. They're not naked around Jason. Like, and that's obviously how it should be, like, I mean, obviously when they were way younger, it was different, but as they started getting older, it changed. But us being naked around each other or Jason and the boys being naked around each other, I think that should be normal because what are we ashamed of?
Yeah.
Why? And I'm not saying anyone who's not comfortable with that there's something wrong.
Right.
I think that's
You're not saying that. Of course.
I'm just saying I don't think that
we should be ashamed that we're not discreet.
No, I don't think so. I don't know.
I hope not. Because I tried to make it a rule. Like, I'm going to work on this. I'm going to stop being naked all the time.
I know.
Well, then we had somewhere to go. We were trying to like get somewhere on time the other day and I had to take a shower. And the easiest thing to do with two little ones, I don't think Chris was around. We just all got in the shower together.
Yeah.
And I'm like, damn it. I just broke my own rule. Like,
yeah.
Here I am. We're all three naked in the shower.
Thing is if he's not uncomfortable about it, then if he said like, Mom, I don't want to take a shower with you, that'd be one thing. But he's not, he's comfortable with it. It's fine. So I don't think it's an issue. I do think you'll know. I think you will know when when it's too old. Okay. When they're too old and it's not like it shouldn't be happening, I think you'll know. Like Jackson and I obviously don't take showers together.
Right.
Like he's too old. He's been too old for quite some time.
Mm-hmm.
But we did take showers and maybe we took showers longer than.
Well, that's what's crazy. If I talk to my coworkers about this, they're like, what?
Do they have kids?
Yeah.
Yeah. So see, I don't know. And that's where I said, I think you and I are weird.
Yeah.
And I don't mean weird, but I think you and I are different.
Mm-hmm.
We are,
and we shouldn't be having this conversation because we
think we're normal.
Advocate.
I know. We need P to hop in here and be like, no,
you guys are inappropriate. Yeah. That's weird.
Yeah. Because she is not. So one time when I was a senior in high school,
okay,
my girlfriend and I, we were at her boyfriend's house. My boyfriend was there. We were going to go swimming, I think. I'm assuming we were going to swim because we had to change. So I'm assuming that's what was happening. So we're both in the room and I start changing. Like sorry if you can hear my dogs. I grew up with sisters, and I don't think my sisters are as like free as me necessarily, but I grew up with 2 sisters and we shared a room forever. Like we always shared a room. And then when my mom and my dad got divorced, we lived in a 2-bedroom apartment. I shared a room with my mom, and we would have to change, like you're in your bedroom, you're changing, whatever. It wasn't a thing for me. So I'm changing. She's changing. She takes her shirt off and she turns around and she's like, like freaked. It didn't register that I was still in the room with her. It freaked her out. And I was like, what the heck?
Yeah.
Because to me it was nothing. And she was like, oh my gosh, turn it. Like, yeah, it was so embarrassing for her. And I was just like, I mean, yeah, you have boobs, I have boobs. Like, it's normal, right? Like, it was nothing to me, but it was something to her. And I just think we are much more open and free with it than most people.
I think so too.
We do need a devil's advocate.
Yeah.
And so that's why listeners should tell us their thoughts. And are you a naked person, or do you think Molly and I are absolutely nuts?
Should we all just get naked and kiss each other on the lips?
No, I mean, I'm not into that. That's not what I'm looking for. I like to be comfortable.
Yeah.
And I'm comfortable when I'm not tied into, do
you sleep naked? Didn't we talk about this recently?
We may have.
I had this conversation.
Yeah, we did. We did, because we were talking about
naked,
kids.
And now I do not. That seems really foreign to me.
So, since I've had kids, I don't. And maybe that's I don't know if it's, and this is probably TMI, but after you have a kid and then you're stuck in the stuff. And then I had kids
stuck in the stuff.
The mesh, and
you're
in all that, right?
Uh-huh.
And then I have kids in my bed. The kids slept in my bed.
Right.
So I'm not going to be naked with my kids sleeping in bed.
You know what? That's what it is. It's because I have kids in the bed. Yeah. I bet that's where.
So it's like I wouldn't even sleep in a thong with them. Yeah. Because I don't want their foot on my butt. Or,
we can take a shower together, but we can't sleep in a thong.
I know. Heaven forbid. What a mess, right? Like, where is my logic? I don't know. It's all over the place. But yeah, I would sleep in chonies because I didn't want. And I don't know if because I felt like sleeping naked, like if I'm sleeping naked with my husband, like we're naked, right?
Spooning.
I'm not gonna have my kid in that, right. So we're gonna have clothes. Like, yes. I mean, really,
you need some sort of force field.
Yeah.
Yes.
Exactly. Force field. That's what it is. So I don't know. I just, when you just said, well, we can shower, but we can't.
It made you think about it, huh?
Yeah. Like, why am I okay showering but not sleeping? I don't know.
I don't know either. That's weird. We're weird.
We are weird. Oh, goodness.
But I don't know. I think we were all born this way. And, if we didn't invent clothes, some people don't wear clothes.
If Eve had not eaten that apple, we would not be wearing clothes.
That's right.
So, I mean,
now we're wearing masks. So
we're covering up even more than we ever did. And Molly and I are just not okay with it because we need to be minimal. Maybe we're just minimalist, and that's why I don't like feeling like I'm stuck. Like this last night we stayed at a hotel, and I always take PJs that cover up a little more because I'm not getting ready before I go downstairs for breakfast. I'll wear my PJs, so I have to wear something more appropriate. And it's a shirt, and I hate it because I feel like I'm just like tangled up.
You're like feeling constricted. See, for me, my nudity is more like out of convenience. Like I'm hot out of the hot shower, and I need to cool down, and I need to put my makeup on. And when I brush my hair, it's going to make me sweaty because I'm out of shape. So I'm going to be naked.
Yeah. You need a Tata towel.
I need a Tata towel.
I think you do. I think it's awesome. I love it.
That's pretty cute. I didn't even know that was a thing.
It's a thing.
And
I
now,
love it.
Because my phone's sitting right here, I bet I get some
you get some Tata towel advertisements. I bet you do. Okay, so we will go ahead and say goodbye for now, but we do need some people to chime in and let us know how crazy we are. Let us know about the kissing on the lips and all of that stuff. And what is your take on being naked around your children? And if your children sleep with you, do you wear like full butt chonies? Do you wear granny panties, or what's your situation?
We all want to know. We need to know all the details.
We need to know, yeah. All right. Well, thank you so much for listening, and you guys have an amazing day. Bye.
Bye.
Segment music by Callie Grace. For more of Callie Grace's hits, follow Callie Grace on iTunes and Spotify today.